Welcome to Elevating Your Life, where each episode is dedicated to sharing valuable information, useful techniques, and empowering inspiration so that you can experience personal and physical abundance. Success and happiness are within your reach. I am your go-to gal who will help you find your happiness triggers and a true elevated life. I am your host, Paula Vail. Hello again, everyone. Oh my gosh. And another great show for you. I am just so excited for this episode. And I have with us today to share with everyone, Ahmadzai. She is, hi Ashley, an intuitive life coach and manifestation expert for high-performing entrepreneurs and professionals ready to elevate their lifestyle, income, and impact from mediocre to magical. I love it. And Ashley, you do so much for so many. And I'm excited that today we're going to talk about, one of the things, tuning in to our happiness, how that amplifies our manifestation powers. I am excited for this show. First off, welcome, Ashley. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here and talk about my favorite topic, which is manifestation, in a beautiful combination with yours, which is joy and happiness and abundance, which is what we deserve and we are worthy of. And how do we combine the two to design that life that we really desire and we are worthy of experiencing?
Yes, exactly. So start us on that track, Ashley. How do we do that? How do we do that?
Yeah, the truth is that we're always manifesting. What we think about, we really do bring about into our experience and into our existence. And so we do have to be mindful of the thoughts that we are giving attention to. And are you paying attention to fear? If you guys watching and listening, are you spending time in the fear of what could happen, or the worry or the doubt, which ultimately is an illusion? Or are you spending time in your dream and your vision and what you want to create and what lights your soul on fire? And where our attention goes, our energy flows. And that is how we manifest. So being really mindful of our thoughts, and a huge accelerator of our manifestation, which is essentially a thought turning into a thing, is happiness. And the universe works so fast when we're having fun. And some people feel, especially if you're in the world of entrepreneurship, we feel that we have to hustle and grind and work hard, and sleep is for the weak. We don't have time for that. And that's not the right way. I mean, that's how we can sometimes operate, but it doesn't always make us feel the most fulfilled and fueled in our passion. But what if we chose to have fun and bring joy and mindfulness into our day? When we do that, more of that, it raises our vibration so we can be a match for more amazing and abundant things into our space. And that's when we're truly manifesting the life that we desire.
Oh, I love that, Ashley. And myself, I have always been so passionate about where we reside energetically and in what vibration level. And it's so true. When we focus our thoughts on the positive and raise our vibration, oh my gosh, the positive things that can come back to us and can be created.
Absolutely. You know what? When I talk to a lot of my clients, and they'll say, oh, I want a car, or I want my debts paid off, or I want to be able to sleep in and not feel like I have to go and grind to my 9 to 5. Those are all surface level things that are great. You can want and have whatever you desire, but let's dig deeper. And what they really are looking for is freedom. And if we manifest backwards, which is the process that's what I call it, that we have the surface level, and then we have what's deeper, and usually the root is freedom. And we feel like we can't have that freedom, whether it's financial freedom or freedom in love or freedom to sleep in or freedom to just buy the gluten-free goodies that are $2 more at the grocery store. We feel like we don't have that freedom until this happens. Yes. We don't have it until we hit this income bracket, or until blah, blah, blah. What if, I should say, et cetera, but what if we chose to look at that freedom and say, how can I create that now? How can I create these moments of freedom, which are moments of joy, right now? And maybe we don't have all the money in the world to go and explore Costa Rica or go to Paris or something like that. Like, that's the freedom that they want. But how can we create it now? Instead, we can go to a park for free and grab a Frisbee and borrow our neighbor's dog and throw it for him. And man, that makes us feel so good, increases our energy. And in that moment, we have freedom. And so that's what I'm really passionate about teaching people, is that when we tune into the joy and we find moments of peace and mindfulness where we can access the happiness and the joy and the abundance, even going to gluten-free. I'm gluten-free, so a lot of my things are going to be gluten-free or plant-based. Go to a gluten-free bakery. I might not be able to go, or say a client might not be able to like go to the fanciest restaurant ever, but we can go to a gluten-free bakery and I'm going to enjoy this one cupcake because it's so amazing. And that is our little dose of freedom and happiness that we can experience now. And what that tells our brain and our body is that it's safe to create more. It's safe to create more and more and more, and the universe will attract that into our space. In contrast, some people will say, well, I can't, and I won't be able to, and this is just my reality. And the universe is like, okay, deal.
Yes.
I got that. They don't want it. All the abundance out there. No, thank you. We don't want it. So really tuning
Because the
into
universe
that.
does listen to us, doesn't it? So really, it's very exciting that we can put out there to the universe what we're going to put out there, and then have that come back. Oh my gosh, what can be created in our lives? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and one of my my secret, it's not a weapon, it's my love tool, but my top secret for manifesting is I am unavailable for the negative self-talk. And I actually have it written on my mirror, and I would encourage you guys to do this as well. And on my mirror, it says, did that thought come from love or from fear? So anytime we have a thought that comes into our space, let's invite that question in. Did it come from a place of love? If so, it's going to make us feel happy and joyful and abundant and free. But if it came from fear, let's break that apart. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Again, it's an illusion, and we have two options when we come across fear. We can forget everything and run, or we can face everything and rise. And we choose to face everything and rise and be unavailable for that limiting belief or that doubting thought, or the moment that we're shoulding on ourselves. I should do this, I should do that, right? Those are all lower vibration. Let us say hello to them and let them float off. And we're no longer available for it. Let's choose a better feeling thought that's going to raise our vibration, and therefore we are a match for what it is that we want to create and manifest.
Yes. And you know what I think is so exciting, Ashley, is, something I've always told myself, we have what we work for, we have our goals, let's say a particular car, but we can do so much beyond just that car. And when we put out there to the universe, raise our vibration and just put out there, yes, to positive manifestation and abundance in my life. Oh my gosh, that could be 5 cars. You don't know. You just, what can happen when we put out there that I say yes to it? It really is amazing.
Yeah, and as speaking, I have this vision, and if you're watching this, or you're listening to this, I encourage you to close your eyes and just put your hand over your heart, or you can spread your arms out wide and just imagine yourself on the edge of a very safe mountain. It's safe, but your arms are out and the wind is just blowing in your face and through your hair, and you're just receiving. Maybe you don't know exactly what it is that you're ready for and you want to call in, but you're ready. So with arms wide open, you receive. I am ready to receive these great waves of abundance. My work is of the highest service and I'm worthy of the compensation. It is safe for me to dream big. It is safe for me to have the goals. And I might not know exactly what that looks like yet, but I know that I'm available and ready to receive. And how does that feel for you?
Beautiful. Oh, Ashley, That is beautiful. Oh,
It feels like the wind
yes,
washing away our doubt too, right? As we're
yes,
standing here, we're stating and declaring that we are ready to receive. Let
yes.
the wind of Mother Nature, of the universe, whatever feels best and most in alignment for you, blow away any of the doubt, because doubt is intangible. You can't
Mhm.
touch it. It can't slap you in the face. It's ultimately an illusion, and we can choose what reality we want to believe. Do we
Yes.
want to believe a worrisome one or a positive one? And it takes the same amount of energy to do both. So I encourage you, yeah, to spread your wings, spread your arms, be available to receive, and let any of the doubt melt away or just be blown off like smoke off of your
Oh,
space.
that is beautiful. That is powerful. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be doing that every day.
Right? Me too. It's delicious. Like, if you can describe an experience like that, is delicious. And I think that's another part of manifestation is we are worthy of feeling that kind of connection to ourselves. And also, we are worthy of feeling that connection to our vision and our goal and our dream. And I think, especially as women, we're taught to keep our legs crossed and our hands in our lap and don't make eye contact. It might make somebody uncomfortable. but but I say, no thank you, and I spread my arms wide and
Yes.
available to receive and
Yes.
permission to take up space. And when we do that, we feel good. It raises our
Yeah.
vibration. We remember who we are and what we're capable of, and that we have permission to dream big. And when we do, we're there's this element of self-betrayal that a lot of people, and women in particular, myself included, where I'm like, oh, I don't want to share my goals, or I take up too much space. No, remember who you are and spread
Yeah.
it loud and share your voice. Sing from your heart. The birds sing a song, not because they don't worry about anyone that's judging them. They just sing it because it's on their heart. And I want to encourage more people to do that, because when we tap in, we are stating even more clearly to the universe of what it is that we want to create.
Yes, that is so beautiful. And once we do that and we feel that, oh my gosh, we can at any time, something going on in our day or some doubt coming in, just go and remember what that feels like and go back to that. And wow, that is so powerful.
Oh, I love that. And what keeps going through my mind, even as I'm experiencing this, is permission to take up space, permission to be heard, and permission to be in your body. It's safe to be in your body. It's safe for your body to want a new car, to want a new house, to want anything. Like, it's safe. And you are worthy. Those are the words that keep coming up. And those are the number one blockers of manifestation, right? Like,
Yeah.
people want money, for example. That's a big one I support clients with, is money manifestation, which essentially is working with the universal laws to allow abundance. There's so much abundance around us. We don't create abundance. The birds and the bees and the blades of grass that reach up to the heavens and the trees, they don't worry about the lack. They just know that tomorrow is going to come. They say, thank you, thank you, thank you. The abundance is out there everywhere. What we create is blocks to the abundance. And that's what I specialize in, is helping women release the blocks. And what part of that is worthiness, right? Safety. I
Yes.
want to receive
Yes.
money and I want to hit this income goal, but what if people think of me differently? All of a sudden, the universe is like, well, we can't give it to you then, right?
Yep.
If you're not going to be happy about it and you're going to be scared,
Yeah.
then no, 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 honey, we want to protect you. So what if we remove that block and you say, wow, it's safe for me to receive money? Because guess what? When I go to a restaurant, I get to tip that server who provided me amazing service double, double what I would have been able to before. And I get to support that small business who is owned by a single mom who's making it work. And I get to pay her double her prices because she's worth it. That is what fuels me. Having the income that you want to be able to support a cause that you truly stand behind. When we're aligning with that and the joy behind what we want to create, it removes the block so that abundance can flow in.
Oh, that is so beautiful. And yes, and powerful. So tell the audience how they can reach you to know more about what you do and become one of these blessed clients of yours, to remove these blockages and open up so much in their lives. How would
Thank
someone reach you?
you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have the links connected to this video, but definitely on my website. I keep everything there. www.ashleyahmadzai.com. Everything is there. I'm very active on Facebook as well as Instagram, and I do have a group, a Facebook group called the Mediocre to Magical Academy. And the idea behind that is that in life we tend to have, there's some sort of like mediocre choices that we're making. Maybe we're not eating the healthiest, or maybe we're not getting enough sleep, or maybe we're just we're making a choice. You're like, I know I'm probably like a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10 of how beneficial this is for me. And what if we choose to elevate from a space of mediocrity to being our best selves? And that's when life becomes magical, especially when we're partnering with with the universal laws. And so I definitely encourage you to hop into that Facebook group. Again, it's the Mediocre to Magical Academy, and you can access that through my website, which is ashleyahmadzai.com. And all my services are there as well.
I love it. And we can do all this, can't we, Ashley? We can raise our vibration. We can say yes to this manifestation and connect with the universe and have fun while we're doing it.
Absolutely. It's supposed to be fun. And there's a lot of deep work too, which I feel like that's another side of it is, well, you know, we want to feel the emotions that might be heavier so we can heal them. But as we do, it becomes a skill set. We feel it, we heal it, we feel it, we heal it. And that gives us permission to step into our power, which allows us to be happy and experience joy without feeling like, am I too much? Did I laugh too hard? Things like that.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. You are opening so many doors. This is so beautiful. And it's so wonderful to know that we can open so many doors. I mean, you know, we can either put a fence up or we can open a door. Would you say? Yes.
Oh, absolutely. And what I always tell my clients is, if you feel that tug on your heart and you're like, I know there's something more, I just don't know what it is, and I feel like I'd like support, definitely reach out. And when I was at my turning point in my life, the quote that kept going through my head was, the wait is over. My time is now. The wait is over. My time is now. And when you guys are hearing this, or when you are watching this, if you feel a shift in your heart, I definitely encourage you to reach out, because your time is now. And if you're ready for a shift and ready for a change, and you feel like this wild woman or man inside that's ready to come out, you don't need to create her. You just need to set her free.
Yes. Yes. And myself, I'm a big believer in, you know, just giving it to the universe, asking the universe, you know, send to me. I'm open to what you believe. Something I share in my book that I will never forget in my whole life. I was 27 years in a restaurant. I had started as an employee, managed it, and it came time to buy it. The owner had said when he retired, I could buy it, say, put so much down, I'll carry. But anyway, all of a sudden he wanted a lot more money. I didn't even have a credit card. I had always just paid my bills, single mom, my husband had passed away. And I went to the bank and they just said, sorry, little girl, no, you want to buy a restaurant? I was heartbroken. I thought all those years, and I happened to be talking to some good customers, and he said, Paula, so when are you going to buy the restaurant? And Paula, what's going on? I told him. And do you know, a couple days later, his accountant was at the door with the paperwork, and that customer co-signed a loan for his favorite waitress to buy that restaurant.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that shows you what source in the universe. And then a year later, I got him off the loan, and our joke was I was going to name a booth after him. But, you know, it's like you say, Ashley, things doors can open and things can come when you say yes to the universe. The universe makes it happen.
Yes, and we have to be willing to receive. And another vision that came through in one of my trainings was, imagine that you're inside of your fenced yard, and there's a little corgi on the other side of the fence. And corgis are so cute, right? And he's like jumping outside, and he's like, I want in, I want in. And you're inside of the gate, and you're saying, I want to play with you, I want to play with you. That corgi represents the financial abundance, the restaurant, the car, the family, the partner, the thriving business, the freedom, whatever it is. And the corgi can't open the gate. All the abundance is available to you. We have to make a conscious decision to open the gate so the great waves of abundance can flow in. And so again, that goes to removing the blocks, opening the gate. Give yourself permission to receive, because only then can we experience it fully. Otherwise, the little happy corgi, aka our experience that awaits us, is on the other side. And it's just one click for it to open, and that is a decided heart, which you clearly had in that story. This is what I wanted. You kept the faith and you held the vision, and the universe said, yep, she's ready to open the gate.
Wow. And I literally the night before just said, source, angels, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. If it's meant to be, show me. And that happened the next day.
That's so amazing. And I just get like jitters and goosebumps because this happens all the time. Yes. That goes back to the idea of mediocre to magical, hustle versus align, because life gets to be magical and these miracles get to happen. And one of the, another tagline I sign all of my emails with is, go big and expect miracles. Always, always. Because they are going to come in all different forms and shapes and sizes, and it might not be what you expected. And everything in my life is manifested from my home, my office, my partner, my business. I've been dreaming this up for years, and now I wake up in the morning and I'm like, does this really get to be my life? So I'm so passionate about teaching other women around the world how they can do it too, because it's not a secret anymore. Yes. It's an opportunity if we say yes. And again, we have that decided heart.
Yeah. And I love your comment, hustle and align, because you can hustle all day long, but if you're not in a line to that manifestation and with the universe and say yes to that, you're not aligned to it.
Right. Wow. It reminds me of, imagine if in the olden days when they were trying to pull something in like not a wheelbarrow, but if they're trying to pull something across the ground, and then one day, and that's like the hustle, I'm pulling it, look, I'm so strong, look at my muscles, I'm really grinding. What if we added 2 wheels to either side? And now you have something that you can pull, and it's going to be easier. That's the difference. And you're aligning with something that's different and outside of you, which tends to be our faith. God, angels, guides, universe, whatever feels good for you. And that's when things become magical. But we sometimes get stuck in the grind, and that's okay. When we learn to balance between the two, that's when the real magic happens.
Oh my gosh, Ashley, you are just so awesome. This is so fantastic. We just have a couple minutes left in the show. What last message do you want to leave with everyone today?
Yeah, the quote that keeps coming to mind, and something that I work with my clients a lot is I want to manifest this, I want to do that. I know I take the next right action step in that direction, which we do because we're co-creating with the universe. We are taking the action step and also working with the universal laws. But what I also hear is I feel like I don't have enough time. Like it's other people can dream. That's for them. I don't have the time. Other people can have that family. That's not for me. Like I don't have the time. What I want to encourage you with is if you are feeling or struggling with the idea of having enough time, this quote has changed everything for me. And that is that the universe expands time for me. The universe expands time for me, and there's always enough to go around, for me and my family and my friends and my clients and all who are important, I am able to do all the things that I need to because the universe expands time for me. And when we lean into that truth, more is possible for us because we're releasing the block.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, that is so powerful. Oh my gosh. Oh, Ashley,
Thank you, friend.
thank you. Please share one more time how the audience can contact you and get more of this wonderful inspiration from you. Oh my gosh, you help so much.
Wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, all my information can be found on my website, which is www.ashleyahmadzai.com. My last name, I'll spell that out because it's a little tricky, is AHMADZAI, ashleyahmadzai.com. And then also I'm very active on Facebook and on Instagram. I do live trainings on there about manifestation and clearing mindset and really showing up as a leader in this world today.
Oh. Thank you, Ashley, for the difference in lives that you're making. You are just a beautiful, positive energy in the world. And I'm grateful to have had the honor to share you with my audience. And a fun little FYI, everyone, we are going to be doing another show. So yes, it's going to be great. So thank you everyone for joining us. Love, hugs, and blessings. Ashley, love, hugs, and blessings. Thank you so much for this beautiful, beautiful episode.
Thank you. Love you guys. And I know we'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.